let me just give it a shot. So, okay, hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And yes, this is my YouTube channel. My name is Isaac, and I don't know how to give all this amazing intro. I hope you guys will like my intro anyway. So to get to the main deal of today, yes, I'm talking about yes. Today is just for my people out there that are the beginner friendly. Like, well, I say beginner friendly. Yes, I'm talking about just beginner level programmer, or beginner level software engineers that are out there that are getting themselves first dirty with what Python. They're getting themselves dirty with Python, and they want to know how to program. They know how to do all this way stuff, build software, build app, build all this awesome app for themselves, build all this crazy web application, build all this software school, all this cool software for themselves and stuff like that. So into this talk, I feel like wow, this is gonna be cool. I have working on yes, I've been talking about this series for a long time, for a very long time, and in today's video, I'll be giving you guys the full details of how it works. So Python is a programming language, and Python has a lot of stuff you can benefit from. It's like a monofunctional programming language. It has a lot of vitals and vital important stuff you can enjoy dealing with it, or putting yourself dirty with it and just playing with it anyway. So yeah, I don't have to talk more and go straight to the Wow, wow, wow. Okay, okay, everyone. Okay, let me just give it a shot. Okay, welcome to my channel. And yes, this is my YouTube channel. My name is Isaac, and I don't know how to give all this amazing intro. I hope you guys will like my intro anyway. So to get to the main deal of today, yes, I'm talking about yes. Today is just for my people out there that are the beginner friendly. Like, well, did I say beginner friendly? Yes, I'm talking about just beginner level programmer, beginner level software engineers that are out there. They are getting themselves first dirty with what Python. They're getting themselves dirty with Python, and they want to know how to program. They know how to do all this way stuff, build software, build app, build all this awesome app for themselves, build all this crazy web application, build all this software school, all this cool software for themselves and stuff like that. So into this talk, I feel like wow, this is gonna be cool. I have working on yes, I've been talking about this series for a long time, for a very long time, and into this video, I'll be giving you guys the full details of how it works. So Python is a programming language, and Python has a lot of stuff you can benefit from. It's like a monofunctional programming language. It has a lot of vitals and vital important stuff you can enjoy dealing with it or putting yourself dirty with it and just playing with it anyway. So yeah, I don't have to talk more. I go straight into the deal of the day, and the deal of the day is what to get my beginner level out there. The element of playing with Python, dealing with Python, building awesome software for themselves, and to learn how to play with the basics. Let's just get to sit with fundamentals. Most times, programming, software engineering, always this with coding sometimes, and sometimes you have to deal with the technical stuff, documentations, and all this hacking stuff like that. And I don't talk much. I've been talking much already, so. So to cut to launch to cut the launch very short, let me just go straight to the point. Yes, I'll be talking about the what Python, the basis of Python, fundamental of Python, and yes, most times when you want to learn how to program, learn how to build software, you have to learn how to build from scratch, learn how to deal with the basics because most crazy guys you're seeing out there, like air code crazy guys you're seeing nowadays, are those software, those guys you are aspiring out there. You are what? That they are giving you vibe out there. They start from somewhere too. They have this knowledge or building something cool for themselves, and at the end, they have to what make themselves what valuable to companies that they are working for or for themselves. Some of them might be self-employed. Some of them might be working for the big companies like the fan companies out there, the Facebook, Amazon, Google, and stuff like that. So, and that's just my. Let me just get straight to the point already. Yes, yes. Today's video is for the beginner level out there, and if you're not a beginner level, I don't think this video will be valuable to you. But you can feel free to watch just to give yourself a little review of what you've learned so far about what you've known so far about Python programming or Python software. Let me put it that way. And what else? And that's just it. I think most times programming has to deal with basis. When you're cool with basis, you can decide to move into any field you want to move in because this tech world is multi-dimensional. It encompasses a lot of what usage. I can decide to use my Python programming language knowledge to dive into software programming. I can decide to use my Python programming knowledge to dive into web applications, web programming. I decide to use my Python knowledge to what to into data analysis, data science. What I can decide my Python programming language to move into AI, this artificial intelligence world, which is the what the native AI and what's it called, the native AI stuff like that, and it's just so awesome and so much functional. Let me put it that way. So yes, today is just the basis, giving just a little fundamentals. I think I will have to spend like up to an hour on this video for you to just get you guys out there with the basis of Python. Let me put it that way. So I yes, basis. Let me go to the straight to the point. Yes, basis. These are the things we're covering today. And if you are cool with this five key steps, 5 key points I'm talking about, I think you don't really have much to dive into, or you don't really have much to what to know, and you can with these 5 key points. If you're okay with this 5 key points, this video, my 5 key points I've listed here, you can decide to move into the advanced part of programming, either the OOPs, either the either either moving into something, either moving into the field you're really passionate about, either web apps, either a web developer or a software developer or a mobile app developer or any kind of field you want to dive into from Python. Because as a Python software engineer, I can try to move into mobile apps like using Flutter Wave. Sorry, I said Flutter Wave. I using Flutter. It's a cross-platform mobile SDKs that you can use to build a web to build a mobile for yourself. Used to be the mobile for yourself. So I can try to use. So that's just it. And the reason why I'm talking about Flutter is because Flutter does this with UI for UI and the backend for yourselves. And if you are most time dealing with all this fintech web apps, or you say all this fintech mobile mobile phone, there isn't APIs at the back end. Like for example, OP is a well-known fintech mobile house that are making use of APIs at the back end. So I can write their API. I don't know if OP is using Python as that web app backend APIs, and I can use any language you want, and it just depends on how it is being built or the functional stuff of the backend, or let me put it that way. So I I just explain what are the uses of Python, what are the benefits you enjoy learning the Python from scratch. Yes, I talk about building web apps, building mobile apps using the like. Most times I think there are some. I'll make a special video on that. There's some platform. There's some tools now or SDKs now that will make you guys to build a full-fledged mobile app. So if you're using your Python knowledge or Python softwares, and you don't need to learn all this stuff I mentioned earlier about Flutter, or using this Kotlin for Java for your native apps, or using the Swift or the Objective-C for iOS apps. So there are some communities that are coming up. This new system, new technologies that are coming up every day. That's just what technology is all about. It's just very dynamic, and if you want to stay updated about what is trending, what is being used about the software you want to learn, you just have to join the community or to always figure it out how to do this stuff on your own by checking online, by being always active on which technology is trending and which one to use, or which one is best for the solutions or for the product you want to build. Let me put it that way. So I will create a special video on that especially, and this is a video for beginner level. I don't want to go deep into the advanced part of software. So yes, let me go back to what I was talking about. So yes, I talk about big data type. I talk about variable and values. I talk about inputs, building custom functions and building functions. I'll talk about decision making stuff. Yes, decision making stuff that you need to dive into inside this Python programming tool and the basic arithmetic. I think with this knowledge, it's just a wide topic. I think with this the 5 key points I'm discussing here, you'll be able to go home or have this basic knowledge of Python programming and put it that way. So yes, just watch it to the end, and let's move from the first. We'll be going from the first one to the last part of the points of the videos. So the first one is the base data type. So the base data type of Python. Yup. Yes, base data type of Python. Yes, I'm going back to my second Python file here. Yes, and before I move on, I think I have to say this. And most times. So before moving to the read talk of today, I'm using VS Code and Git Bash. It's obvious. I'm using VS Code and Git Bash, and I'm using VS Code and Git Bash, and I'm using I think you have to install. Let me check. Where's the session part? This is now about how to start Python. Can you see? Wow, it's loading. Wow, can you see? These are the things, 3 things you need. Let me just give you guys a short of what we'll be using in the video. SAP. So I talk about, yes, I said the VS Code. I'm using VS Code for this video, and I don't go deep into that now because this video is just basically for Python. We're using Git Bash. Or if you want to create a special video on how this thing works, or how to install it or get it up and run on your PC, just just leave it down on PyTorch and bring out creative special video on that. And VS Code, Git Bash, and the last one is, I think these are the two major things you need for to get yourself up and running Python program on your system. So yes, this extension part is where you'll be installing this this is just only what you need. This is an extension from Microsoft, and you see it's just from Microsoft. It's valid with this blue tick here. So when you install these three things, you're going to go with learning Python using using your VS Code. So let's move on. I think we're done. It's installed already, and I don't want to disable it because it will give some stuff on my system or my VS Code. So yes, I think yes, let's start. The first point here is what the first key point we're talking about is data types. Yes, let me just say this now. Most of the programming language out there have the similar basic data type. Yes, all this. I think if you can watch what I have on my screen, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data types. You have 7 data types of what? Let's say 7 data types of what? 7 data types of Python programming, and some languages might be 8, and some languages might be 9. I think Java, a programming language, is 9 or 8. I'm not sure. I don't really know much about Java, and and maybe I don't know if the future project I'll be working on, the side project I'm working on, will be dealing with Java, because most times when you are choosing programming language to start with, it's always this with which one is best fit for the problem you want to solve. For example, if I did dive into if I want to go full-fledged into what the mobile apps, I have to go deep into Java very well. So, and I think the first programming language I started was Python. Is it Python? It was okay. I think I started with JavaScript. When I was okay with JavaScript to some extent, I went to what Python. So yes, I was talking about sorry for I was just giving you some little inkling of what I've worked on, some stuff like that. So yeah, this is the type of Python we have here. Yes, we have set, we have list, we have dictionary, we have tuple, we have string, we have integers, we have boolean. So the first one is these are the basic data type of Python programming we have. Yes, the first one is Spring. Let me start with Spring. Yes, Spring is just like Spring is always described, always declared within a what, a quotation mark. Yes, when you're working on a project, when you see Python code and you're seeing an air code, like sorry, I said an air code. I see the quotation mark. The quotation mark is between the value you're seeing, like what you are seeing here. What you are seeing here is called what? Well, it's declared as a Spring data type because of what you are seeing, because of what of the double quotation mark you are seeing. I can actually use a single quotation mark, so it's just the same. So let me just so just watch what I'm doing here. And don't forget, Python is also case sensitive. I'm not sure you know what I mean case sensitive, and let me just tell you what case sensitive means. So the second line here, the second line of code here is declared in lowercase or Spring data type, and the third line of code here is described in what the uppercase in uppercase data type of Spring also. And if I decide to print out print out this value. This decide to print out this value. I always get a different value. If I decide to print out the names of on the second line, third line of code, I'll get a different value. The Python interpreter works. This is how Python interpreter works. I have declared a variable, like two variables. The first one is on the second line of code. The first one is on third line, is the second line of code, and the second one is on the third line of code. The Python. Let me just give you a little illustration of how it works. What's it called? I can't remember the name. Okay, Paint. Let me just Paint. Yep. Wow. So this here, you can just watch I'll be doing here. This is Python interpreter. Python interpreter. Okay, sorry. Let me start again. I use my Python code. Oh my god. See my diagram is crazy. Just let me start again. I think it's code now. My Python code and this. I think my drawing is funny. This is my interpreter. So funny. And the last one is what's called. The last one is called the bytecode. The bytecode. BC. Don't mind my diagram. I just want to give you a little illustration of how Python interpreter works. So, I think this just make to laugh, honestly. So this is my Python code. Yep, this is my Python code and my Python code. Oh my god, what's wrong with my mouse? This is my Python code. So, oh god. So this is my Python code, and this second guy in the middle always do crazy work under the hood, and this crazy work he's doing here is I'm using E for him because he's a guy. So this second person here is always doing crazy work, like a crazy work, a massive work on himself, and so it's always like converting my Python code into a what 1 and zeros, because the system of my computer doesn't care what I declare on the first instance here. It doesn't care what I do here. It's always caring about what it gets from the interpreter, which is the Python interpreter. So this is bytecode. Bytecode is just the language that computer understand, which are 0 and 1. The bytecode doesn't care about, it's careless about my what if statement, careless about my else statement, it's careless about my while loop and my for loop. It doesn't care about other stuff like that. So it's always dealing with this guy in the middle. Interpreter, what does this guy say about it? What got this guy put in his code? Can you just convert it to 1 and 0 for me to what interpret, for me to what run on my on the PC. So that's just how the stuff work under the hood. If you are playing with coding or stuff like that, it doesn't necessarily has to be a Python. I can like to use a C++. I think C++ also has its own compiler too. I think C++ is called compiler because C++ or C programming is a static programming language. It's different from Python because Python is a dynamic programming language, and I don't go deep into that. I'll create a share video for that too. And I think you understand what I have described here. So let's go back to what we are talking about. So let me just save always save, because most times as a beginner level is always easy to forget what you are dealing with, or when you're coding and enjoying stuff by yourself. So it's very easy to understand, or sorry, to forget that you've not saved the code before you run it on your command line. So let me just run what I have here. I can decide to. So just watch what I'm doing here. I can decide to yes, I think okay. Let me give this one name 2. Let me give this one a name 2. So just to make it more explicit, my system or my interpreter to understand that I'm talking about second name, which is the uppercase Isaac, and the first one is the lowercase Isaac. And when I run into my systems, I think you can see I'm outside the directory of my folder here, of my directory of my folder YouTube. This is just for my YouTube channel, and and any video I'll be creating in the future video will be placed inside this folder, or any software I'll be working on will be placed inside this folder. Can you see you have like thousands of projects I'm working on. In the next future I'll be dealing with Jargon, I'll be dealing with Flask, I'll be working with Fast APIs, I'm working with a lot of them. So just I want you to subscribe to my channel and like my video. So yes, I was talking about, yes, let me just run this to. So when you want to run your word code, for it for this command line to understand that, you want to interpret a Python file, you have to declare the name. Declare this name Python as the first on the first step, and what if after declaring your Python, there will be a space in between, and after that space you place your words a Python file what you want to run, want to get like the output of what the code that you type inside your Python file. You want to run it on your command line. This is how you get it up and running for yourself. So I've typed it already, and let's see what it brings out. Oh my god. So can you understand? Can you see what I'm having here? Yes, I'm having this stuff here because I'm not in the right directory of where my Python file is located. Yes, can you see no file? Let me just give you an ls. So can you see what I have here? Ls here give me what I have in directory. Can you see? If you notice, I don't have any python.py file here inside this directory, and it's just like, wow, is Isaac going to run a Python file and it's not inside this directory? It's not gonna work for you. That's just what my interpreter is telling me. That's what the command line is telling me. So I will just have to cd into the directory of my Python programming file. Right? So can you just watch what I'm typing? Most times when you are dealing with coding software programming, you have to learn how to fast type on your keyboard. So but I'm using my laptop to watch for this video for now. So I'll cd into my Python file, my Python programming folder. Can you see what I have here? Can you see my cursor? So when I cd into it, I will press ls also to know. Wow, can you see? I have my Python. This is the guy I'm dealing with for now to the end of the video. Yeah, this is the guy I'll always be dealing with now for now. And this is the second guy we have. The TXT file is called the text file. Everything's always encoded in this UTF stuff like that. So I don't know if I'll be reading through it with the Python stuff like that. So yep, yes, I'll be dealing with this guy. Yes, let me just not much talk again. So wow, can you see? I'm having like, okay, let me comment out these other guys here. Comment out these other guys, and so let me just print it again. Well, can you see? I have like, wow, this is awesome. So let me uncomment this out for now. Yes, I said for now. I will comment it later out. I will comment it later. What's wrong? I'm just so happy to do this video for you guys. I'm so happy to make this video for you guys, my people out there. I'm so happy for making this video for you guys. So can you see the second line of code is the lowercase Isaac, and third line of code is the uppercase Isaac. These two of them are called a word Spring. That's called Spring data types. So I said it earlier, I'll be dealing first with with Spring data types, and if I describe it well enough, I will move into the next one, which is the integer. So you see, I can just use a single quotation mark for my Spring data types. I can just use what's it called, use a double quotation mark for my Spring data types. It's just too obvious to see. When you see any kind of stuff inside your code, or someone else's code that deals with this double quotation mark and this single quotation mark, you know this data type is declared as a Spring. I think that's just the only way of displaying your Spring data types in your Python code or your Python program. So I'll print it here, and can you see the result I have here? I have the lowercase Isaac and uppercase Isaac. This is the result from the from the second line of code, and this is the result from the third line of code. And I think that's all for now. And yes, let me talk about this now before I move on. And each of these data types here I have here, each of the data types I have here, the 7 data types I have here, they have their built-in method and properties. Yes, I'll talk about. Each of them has their built-in